Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to LeatherfaceTCG. Today, for Tabletop Tuesday, we're going to play a little something different. Grabbed a Yu-Gi-Oh starter deck here. Drifter hopped on, and we're going to do a little learn to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Little instruction type video here. Drifter definitely knows a lot more about Yu-Gi-Oh! Than I do. So I'm going to crack open this box, get my play mat set up here, and Drifter, what's going on, man?
Not much.
All right. Well, you seem to be the Yu-Gi-Oh expert here.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, I'm the two. You got to take credit where credit's due. So as I open this here, can you do a little bit of explaining on
Yes.
how to play the game?
So, uh, one of the things you've opened, I have one with me right now as well. Uh, it is a field. Basically shows you where everything goes. So I'm gonna open mine up real fast.
I'm doing the same.
So,
In my starter deck, I have the field here. I've got my deck, and I have the beginner's guide.
yeah. So with the field, you'll see that it's a little different than how it would be for Magic, because Magic doesn't have any fields for anything. So you'll have your area. You have 5 slots for your monsters. You can only have 5 monsters at a time here. And then you have your spots for spell and trap card zones. So you can only have a max of 5 spell or traps on the field at one time. Then you also have your area for your deck here, your graveyard. It's kind of off screen. Graveyard. Then you have your area for like your extra deck. Like you know how in Magic you have your sideboard. This is technically what that technically is.
Okay.
It's basically cards that don't go in the main board, but you have cards inside here to be able to get them.
All right.
And then you have your field card zone where there's special spells that are called fields, and you basically sit it right here, and it affects all the monsters or anything that's on the field.
Okay. Similar to enchantments.
Yeah. Then to explain monsters to you, each monster has levels to them. So like this one is Go 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 Golem. It's a level 4. When
Hmm.
you're summoning monsters, you can summon up to level 4 without a tribute. But level 5 and I think level 6 is you have to tribute one of your monsters by sending it to the graveyard to be able to summon it out.
Okay.
And then 7 and up is 2 tributes to summon it.
Okay. So the star levels are the levels indicated on what you can play and if you require a tribute.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So
some of them they'll have, like this one, it is a rock effect monster. If it's an effect
Mhm.
monster, there are some that have like special rules on how to summon them. As you can see here, the effect monsters have a bit of a more orange border. Like the normal one is more yellow.
I gotcha.
Then your spells, uh, each have different like types of spells. You have your quick effect ones, which you can activate uh like in response to stuff. There are some like stipulations where like you can't use it. Uh, you have your regular spells. You can usually tell by the icon as well in the top. So it has like spell card and then the lightning there. That's a
Okay.
quick play. And then this one's the normal and it doesn't have one there.
Gotcha.
Let's see. There's also equip spells that have that icon that you'll equip to monsters to basically buff them. Like this one, equipped monster gains 500 attack.
Okay.
Trying to see if there's any other. Oh, and then there's uh continuous spells that have the infinity sign there. These ones
Okay.
will always stay up in your spell and trap zone.
Okay.
Then you have your trap cards. Trap cards, you will set them face down on your turn, and you can't activate them until the next turn. So you'll set it past your opponent, and then you're able to activate them.
Okay. So trap
Uh,
cards are pretty much cards that are only activated on your opponent's turn.
yeah. There are stipulations for that as well, though, for being able to activate them on your turn.
Okay. What of going back real what side note, I'm just going to go through my deck here just real quick. And I've got the top card here is a foil Performapal Sleight Hand Magician. And it would, I mean, in Magic terms, I would say that these star levels are the mana cost.
Somewhat, yeah.
Get similar, okay. And then it's got an attack and defense. The spellcaster would be its creature type.
Yeah.
And then the
And then
effect and
effect
whatever.
would be its other type.
Okay. And then I've got the Performapal King Bear. And it also has some middle language right here. 7 blue, 7 red.
So
Once.
I will actually need to look up stuff on pendulum monsters. I know I remember the old way of playing them, but there's a different way of playing them now that I know.
Okay.
So
Because
those
there
are
is
a
a
bit
pendulum
odd.
zone on my field.
Yeah. Your deck, it seems like it focuses around those pendulum monsters.
It does. Yes, it does. It does quite a bit. I don't see a regular creature like you were referring to. Oh, there we go. Nope, it's still a pendulum. There's a regular.
Let's see.
Being warped werewolf. Warwolf, I'm sorry. So when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, these attacks and defenses are in increments of 100. So what is the starting life total?
So the starting life total is 8,000.
Okay.
And also for the pendulums, because I just looked it up, in addition to normal usage, a pendulum monster can also be activated from the hand as a spell card in the pendulum zone. If there are pendulum monsters in both zones, the player can perform a pendulum summon. So far, normal, effect, fusion, synchro, and XYZ pendulum monsters have been seen. So what is a pendulum summon? Once per turn during your main phase, if the turn player has a card with a pendulum scale in each of their 2 pendulum zones, for a total of 2 cards, that player can pendulum summon any number of monsters from their hand and or any number of face-up pendulum monsters in their extra deck whose individual levels or ranks are exclusively between the pendulum scales of the cards. So monsters whose individual levels/ranks are between the scales and not the same as the scales. So what are the levels of 2 of your pendulum monsters?
Well, top one here, 7 and 7, and it goes down to, or I guess I have an 8 as well, and then I'm seeing 2 2.
So the way I'm interpreting it, which could be wrong for anybody watching, if let's say you have in your right one you have the 7 level one, and in the left one you have the 3 level one, you can
Mm-hmm.
summon anything from 4 to 6.
Okay, and then I don't need to worry of its like a tribute or anything.
I'm not sure. It didn't say anything about that, at least.
All right. Well, I guess for this game, we're gonna play with somewhat of our own ruling. Then we're gonna
Yeah,
interpret the
so here's
rules,
the
and it's
learn the
gonna be a
basics of pendulum summoning. So if you had on the left side a level 1, oh, it had, okay, never mind. I'm wrong. It's not the level of the monster. So inside in the left and right next to like the effect on the pendulum monsters, there's a blue arrow and a red arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So that is your pendulum scale. The blue is the low number and the red is the high number.
Okay. All of my numbers are the same.
For the blue and the
7
red.
7. Yeah, 7 and on the same card. 7 and 7. 2 and 2.
Okay. So you'll have like you'll sit the lower numbered one on the left side and the higher numbered one on the right side. And then
Okay.
that's your scale.
Okay.
So it says on here Uh, Pendulum summon. Once per turn, special summon monsters of your choice. Pendulum monsters sent to your extra deck can also be special summoned back in at the same time. Uh, so it is a built-in special summon. So I'm thinking that you don't have to have a tribute. Because special summons are different than normal summons. Special summons are usually something that has like some effect to be able to bring it in, and it basically bypasses the normal summon.
Okay, so there's a lot to learn.
Then one thing with your monsters, you'll see that they have an attack and a defense. So that depends on what way you summon them. So if it's face up like this, it's an attack formation. But if you
Hmm.
summon it in defense, then it uses its defense for it. So
Okay.
when it's summoned in defense, you have to summon it as face down defense.
Okay.
And then let's say I have, uh, let's say that you have Go 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 Golem, and I have Ganbara Knight. Uh, Go 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 Golem has 1800 attack. The Knight has 2000 or 1800 defense. If this was to attack into it and flip it,
Hmm.
then nothing trades. Everything stays alive for this. But if this was an attack, then this would destroy the knight, and then I would take 1800 damage. Then if something had less attack, like this giant rat that only has 400, you'll take the difference if you swung into this knight. So you'll take 400 damage.
The attacker would.
Yeah, because if you swung the 1400 attack and my 1800 defense, then you'll take the difference in that since the defense was higher.
Okay. So when you made the comment about the card being face down in defense mode and I attack, there's no way, like, if I attack a card face down in defense mode, then all I'm doing is flipping the card over pretty much when damage is done.
Basically, there are monsters that have they're effect monsters, but they have a flip effect. So when it gets flipped over, it triggers the effects for it. I'm not sure if our decks. Yeah, this one does. So Penguin Soldier. So it's a level two, 750 attack, 500 defense, but it has flip. You can target up to four monsters or two monsters on the field. Return those targets to the hand. But what would happen is, uh, if this got attacked, it would still get destroyed by the attack, but then its ability would still trigger, and you'd return two monsters.
Okay. So he would be face down, flipped because of an attack.
Yeah,
And now when you attack, in Magic, when you attack the player. So in here, when you attack, do you attack the creature?
yeah. You attack the creatures. You get to choose which creature you want to attack.
Okay.
And then to explain the phases to you, there are 6 phases in total. You have your draw phase, your standby phase, your main phase 1, battle, main phase 2, and end phase. Uh, the starting hand is 5. They still do like in Magic where the first player does not draw, I think.
Okay.
The standby phase is not used that much. It's mainly you'll have cards that say like at the beginning of the standby phase, then that matters.
Okay.
Your main phase is where you would summon or set monsters, and you can set spells or traps. Monsters, monsters can attack on the turn they are summoned, but the first player, when you take that first turn, you can't attack.
Okay.
So if I was
Summoning.
going first and I summoned out like somehow summoned out 3 monsters, I can't attack on that turn. I have to wait till my next turn.
Okay.
But then every turn past that, all the monsters can attack immediately.
Okay. So the monsters that you just put down all have a 4 for their their star or
Yeah.
whatever we call it. Can you cast all those in one turn?
No. So you can only cast one monster per turn.
Okay.
Caster set.
All right. Okay. So is there any like with the spells and traps or anything like that? Is there a limit on those per turn?
No. You can set or play spells or traps unlimited basically. Up to
Okay.
your 5 spots.
Okay. All right. So I do like the fact that your mat does have the steps, turn steps,
Yeah,
which
yours has more zones though, so it had to
yeah,
take up that space.
yeah, I get it. Gotta make sure the art's on there. All right, so I don't have sleeves
I
for
don't
my deck,
either.
so I'm gonna have to do what I hate doing, and that is to shuffle and play unsleeved. Not a fan.
Yeah.
But real quick, for collector's purposes, how can you tell the rarity of each card?
Uh, I don't think there really is a
If you notice
way really.
in the bottom left corner, if it decides to read it, right there, first edition in the bottom left, I can see that clearly. Then the copyright and the attack defense and
Yeah.
all that stuff, and then the foiling on it. And then this particular card has a gold name, gold foiled name.
Yeah.
And then these cards behind it, similar, foiling, gold foil name. This one here is foiling, non-gold foil name. It's just printed black. Same. And now we're off to no foils, no change of name text.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm unsure how you actually uh know it on what its rarity is.
Okay.
I know that there is rarity like magic, but I don't know how
Mhm.
you actually know how uh the rarity is.
I get you. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to count these out, but do you know how many cards are in a deck?
I think it's 40. Could be wrong. I play a lot more Duel Links than regular
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
You're correct. It is
Okay.
40. So what's the difference? Is Dual Links easier?
Duel Links is definitely easier. So in Duel Links, you don't have as many zones. You only have 3. And then
Oh,
you
okay.
have your field and the other spots.
Okay. That sounds much more beginner level.
Yeah. The Duel Links also doesn't have as many cards on it as regular Yu-Gi-Oh. It's a bit behind. They just recently added Link monsters to it, which is the newer of the extra deck monsters.
Oh, and I have in the extra deck zone. What is the extra deck?
So extra deck would be monsters that have like special summonings to them. So something they call them fusion monsters. There's
Oh, okay.
XYZ monsters.
That
So like these are
what was the
XYZ
name of the
monsters
big
here.
fusion card back in the day? Relinquished or whatnot?
I think that was a ritual monster, but I know which one you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, it was blue. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
what
a
that means.
ritual monster. So ritual monsters still have their special summonings to them, but you have to cast a card in order to ritual summon.
Okay.
The so to explain XYZ monsters to them since I have them here. So they all had their own levels as well, but the way to summon them is that you have to use two monsters of the same level, requiring it. Like the number 39 Utopia here says, in order to XYZ summon, you have to have two level 4 monsters on the field. And what
Okay.
happens is that with these two here, they become XYZ material. So they basically go on top of each other and go under Utopia. And
Okay.
that's how you activate XYZ abilities. So this one, it says when any player's monster declares an attack, you can detach one XYZ material from this card, negate the attack. And when this card is targeted for an attack while it has no XYZ material, destroy this card. So you would just remove one of the materials, goes to the graveyard, and then negate an attack.
Oh, okay. So when it comes to tributes and getting your for the purpose of this game, for the purpose of tributes and getting your higher leveled creatures out, how do you go about doing that?
So that you would the normal way of doing it would be summoning a monster and keeping it alive till the next turn to be able to tribute it. But there are other ways, like a lot of the monsters in this one have, like, when it enters, I can special summon something of like level 4 or lower on this. So if I have like another level 3 monster in hand, then I can just summon it in and then do the XYZ summon on top of that. The extra deck ones, they don't go the same as these as well. You can summon any number of these per turn.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll try to play the most basic set of rules for this one.
I know inside of this, it's inside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a lot easier learning it while playing it than it is looking at the rules for it.
Nice. Awesome. Well, I'm very glad that you're here to show me. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Over webcam. Have you tried this yet?
I have not.
I haven't either. So, if anybody's watching is out there and they play Yu-Gi-Oh! Over webcam and they're cringing right now at how little we know and what we may be doing wrong, please leave a comment and possibly we might seek you out and see about helping us out, or join the Discord and let us know in the direct challenge or Yu-Gi-Oh! Section about just what we could do better and what we're doing wrong.
I already know that I'm expecting a lot of misplays on both sides.
I don't know if I will have anything but misplays. Nice. Well,
I know that it would probably be nice having the guidebook next to you, so you can make sure like when you're summoning monsters or anything, you'll be able to look for it.
Gotcha.
It should also inside your guidebook, since yours has pendulum monsters, it probably explains them inside the guidebook.
For sure. Yes. Know your monster. Go ahead and put that up just a little bit. Know your monster. Monster's name. Monster's attribute. This is light monster for the purpose of this picture. Monster's level, the number of stars. Monster's attack and defense points. Monster's type. And type monster and effect. The monster's text, obviously, it's just in the bottom. New to dueling. Each player starts with 8,000 LP. And for the purpose of spell table, can we get to 8,000? Oh, it will not go past 3 digits.
No, we're not.
All right, so let's do 800, and then every single attack, let's just knock the last 0 off.
Okay. Yeah, either that or we could just open up calculator next to it.
True. Shuffle it, draw 5 cards. Yes, this starting hand, each player draws a card at the beginning of the turn except for the player's first turn. So neither of us will draw a card turn 1. Then the book states what you were saying about upright attack position, sideways defense, the normal summon, When you normal summon, put the monster face up on the field. When you set, put the monster face down and sideways. Special summons, like you had mentioned. Tribute summon. Monsters level 5 or higher are stronger, so you need to tribute summon. You tribute by sending a monster you have on the field to the graveyard. 5 or 6 needs 1 tribute. 7 or higher is 2. I don't know if I even have a special summon card. I might. I mean, if it's
Your
explaining, I probably
pendulums basically make it so you special summon.
Okay. Yes, and you attack once
Your
each
deck
turn.
is going to be based around getting 2 pendulum monsters in the zones and then special summoning every monster you have in your hand.
Well, hopefully. How to pendulum summon. I'm just going to read this off real quick. Pendulum monster cards are a new kind of card that blurs the line between monsters and spells. They can be summoned as monsters to attack or defend, or you can activate them as spell cards in your pendulum zones to activate extra special abilities and allow you to pendulum summon. So while they're in my pendulum zone, they'll have an effect, and they will. I mean, in terms of magic, I assume that they're kind of more of an enchantment.
Yeah.
And to pendulum summon, during your main phase, you can activate pendulum monster cards as spell cards in your pendulum zones. After you have 1 in each pendulum zone, you can pendulum summon a horde of monsters. Once per turn during your main phase, declare that you're pendulum summoning. Check the pendulum scales on the sides of your two pendulum monster cards. Then special summon as many monsters as you want from your hand and as many face-up pendulum monsters from your extra deck, whose levels are in between those pendulum scales. How do you know what to put in your extra deck?
Is yours 40 cards with all the pendulum monsters in it?
Yes.
Okay, then yours doesn't have an extra deck. Yours has them just all inside the main deck.
Okay. So it does say here, this kind of delves into the extra deck. Whenever one of your pendulum monster cards on the field, regardless of which zone it is in, or even if it is a monster or not, would be sent to the graveyard, place it face up on your extra deck instead. You can pendulum summon it back to the field later.
Okay. So when one of your pendulum monsters dies, you just put it in the extra deck. And then when you
Yeah,
get your pendulum scale on there, you're able to summon out as many of them as you want from the extra deck.
gotcha. We can do that. So yes, and then like you had mentioned earlier, the spells and trap cards, the symbols, quick play, equip, continuous, field, counter, all sorts of stuff. So I will hold that handy. My deck did come with 3 hippo tokens. So I don't know what those are, but let's find out. So I'm going to go ahead. I shuffled up, put that into my deck zone, and I am ready to start when you are, sir.
Yep, I'm ready whenever.
All right.
I will go
Do you want to
ahead.
change? Are you? Oh, my bad. I didn't click out. 800 life.
I will
All
go
right.
ahead and get my 5 cards.
Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops.
And let's see. I think inside this one, I don't know if first or second it matters, but we'll do the randomize of it.
Okay. Yeah, it did say in my book that neither one of us will draw a card on our first turn.
So I will be going first then.
Awesome. That sounds great to me.
And inside this, you do not mulligan or anything like Magic. You just kind of have them.
Okay.
So I will start it off by setting a card and setting a monster. And
All
then I
right.
will pass it over to you.
Sounds good. I will set a card, spell or trap, and then I will set a monster. And
Very eventful.
I will pass.
All right, I will draw. I will set a card and set a monster. Then I will go ahead and flip summon Go 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 Golem,
Cool.
and I will attack your face down monster. 1800 attack.
1800.
Yep.
So if I block, all I do is flip it, right?
Yeah. Or there technically is no block. I'd still choose it and then it flips it over in defense.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you attack him. I flip. He is his name is Performable Teeter Totter Hopper. He is like a green bean looking. Yeah, he's an insect. And he has 1200 defense, 100 attack.
Okay.
He's not an effect, but the first time this special summoned card would be destroyed by battle each turn. It is not destroyed once per turn. During your opponent's end phase, you can target one level 3 or lower performable monster in your graveyard. Send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, add that monster to your hand. If a performable monster is sent from your hand to your graveyard, except during the damage step, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. There is so much text. All right, so
It said
you
on
have,
there if it was special summoned, it can't be destroyed once per turn.
yes.
I think it still gets destroyed. Because it said special summoned and it wasn't special summoned.
Okay. Yeah.
Did it have anything when it died?
It says the first time this special summoned card would be destroyed by battle each turn. It is not destroyed. Once per turn during your opponent's end phase, you can target one level 3 or lower performable card from your graveyard. I can't do that part, so.
Yeah.
So it is still destroyed?
I think so. I'm not sure though.
Okay. So, graveyard.
Then I will go second main and then pass it to you.
Okay. I draw. Okay. I will put this card in the spell and trap zone, and I will put this card set as a blocker, and I will pass turn.
Right.
And backing up real quick, he had a 1200 defense, and you had an 1800 attack last turn. Do I take the 600 damage?
No. So the only time you'll take the damage is if they're both an attack, or if a
Okay.
monster says that it basically has trample of magic, where
I
it says
gotcha.
that if it attacked a defense monster, inflict piercing damage.
Okay.
So I will draw for turn. Let's see. What's this one do again? So I will set a monster. I will then flip summon the penguin soldier. So when it flips, I can target up to 2 monsters on the field, return those targets to hand. So I will target your set monster and nothing else.
I gotcha. And he's back to hand. All right.
Then go to the battle phase, swing for 1800 with the golem,
Okay.
and then 750 with the soldier. Unless you had something for the golem first.
All right. So for the golem, you hold on real quick. Haha, you have activated my trap card, Draining Shield. So when an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate that attack, and if you do, gain LP equal to that target's attack.
Yep. So you'll be
So
gaining 1800. So technically,
180.
180. Yeah. And then
Gotcha.
I'll still swing for the 750 with the penguin soldier.
All right. So I'm at 980.
And then you
Uh,
take 750, so it'd be 75 that you're taking.
Gotcha. So 905.
And I will pass.
All right. Cool beans. Now, let's try to do something. Hmm. I will set this card in the trap zone, and I will put this one back in defense mode, and I will pass turn.
Right. I will draw. Put a card in spell and trap. I will go to the battle phase. And I will swing 1800 at your monster.
Oh, I don't have. That's not going to do me any good. All right. 18 at this monster here.
Yep.
All right. I will flip over, draw muscle, and target one defense position monster you control with 1,000 or less because it flips, and he is a hippo. And timeout. Let's back up because this is there's a lot going on, I guess. All right, so hippo flips. He's an 800. When you normal summon this card, you can tribute summon one level 7 or higher monster in face-up attack position during your main phase this turn, in addition to your normal summon set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. So when I put this down, this isn't normal summoning, right? This is set summoning.
Yeah. Still
And
considered technically normal summon and set summon are both normal summon technically.
oh, well that sucks.
And to back it up to the card you're gonna try, these spells, unless they're quick play, and it's a little off on like the the stack, so a little weird sometimes. I
Mm-hmm.
think it can be used, but I'm not sure.
It's got the lightning bolt in
Okay,
it. The camera's not picking it up.
yeah, I'll say that you can use it though because I'm not sure.
All right. It's not going to help much. So target one defense position monster you control with 1,000 or less. Draw one card. Also, that monster cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. You can only activate draw muscle one per turn. So, since this is a spell card, it stays here,
No,
right?
so unless it's a continuous, it goes to the graveyard right after activation.
Okay. All right. So, my hippo cannot be destroyed, and I draw a card.
Yep. And I will still have the attack go through. Does nothing though. And then I will go to second main. And I will pass.
Okay. I will draw for turn. I will put this spell card down. And then I will put this paraformable paratrio, a 500 parrot with the two blue, 2 red in the pendulum zone.
Yep.
Once per turn, if you control a Performapal magician or odd eyes card in your other pendulum zone except Paraformal Paratrio, you can make this card's pendulum skill become 7 until end of turn.
Okay.
I do not. None of that matters. The text on these cards are so small. My eyes are so bad. So, what is the defense on your penguin?
So its attack is 750 since it's not in defense right now. Defense is 500 though. If you have something of changing it to defense or something.
Oh, so whenever I attack, since it's in attack position, that's the only.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I want to attack with my. Wait a minute. I didn't normal summon that card. If I change into attack mode, is that normal summoning?
No.
Okay.
You can still summon.
Huh?
You can still do a summon.
Summon as in another card?
Yeah. You can still
Monster.
do a normal summon.
Okay.
I don't
so
think pendulums. I think because it says they count as spells, so I think you're still able to do a summon.
Okay. Well, it's all right. I can't. But I'm going to attack my hippo. I'm going to attack your penguin.
Yep.
My hippo is an 800.
Yep. So I will be taking 50. So technically 5.
And then your penguin dies?
Yep.
Cool.
Goes to the grave.
Cool. Bends. And then I will pass the turn.
Right. So I will draw for turn. So I will cast Fisher. So destroy the one face-up monster your opponent controls that has the lowest attack. So it'll destroy your one monster.
Darn.
Then I will flip over Sengen. Sengen is when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add one monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand with 1000 attack. So I will go to the battle phase. Start with 1800.
Okay. So whenever the spell and trap zone cards, I can trigger those on your turn.
Yeah.
Both the spell and trap?
The spells are a bit different on the stack. I'm not sure.
Is that more like a sorcery type card? Like in Magic, you can only play it on your turn?
Most of the time, yeah.
Okay.
There are some quick play stuff that is activated on your opponent's turn type stuff, but I don't know how they work on the stack.
Okay. All right. So I don't think I have anything. If we're going to treat a spell card that doesn't have that quick, the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
If we don't, I'll just say that I can't play it on your turn.
Okay.
And if that's the case, then I don't think I have a. I'll actually trigger the Performapal Showdown, and it says trigger any number of face-up monsters your opponent controls up to the number of face-up spell cards you control. Change these monsters to face-down defense position. So I would assume I can only target one, because this is the only one I would have as far as my spell cards go.
So you're gonna put one in face down defense?
Yes, and it'll be your 1800.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Then I will still attack for 1,000 with the Sengen.
1000. So I will take 100. That'll put me down at 805.
And then I will pass after that.
All right. And the trap card goes away. And I draw. Okay. I put a spell card face down, and I put the Paraformapile Mom and Carpet Flying Squirrel Cat thing. Says unless you have a card in your other pendulum zone, destroy this card. Luckily, I do. While this card is in the pendulum zone, any battle damage you take becomes halved.
Okay.
And then now that I have 2 cards in there, I can special summon anything from 3 to 6.
Yeah.
And is that the
that's
star level of the card or the pendulum cost?
It will be the level of the monster.
Okay.
So you can summon anything that's level 3 to 6.
Okay, that doesn't help me then. So is there, I don't know if you know this, but is there a way to get a card from here, like from the pendulum zone to put in the monster zone?
I don't think so. I think after it's put there, it's considered a spell.
Okay. That makes sense.
The monsters themselves, though, the pendulum monsters, they can be summoned as monsters still, instead of put in the pendulum zone.
I gotcha. But once they're summoned as pendulum monsters, then they can't go from the pendulum zone to the monster zone, but they can be destroyed, go to the extra deck, and then resummoned, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Confusing, but I got it.
Yeah, pendulums are very confusing.
I will pass turn.
All right. So I would draw for turn. Let's see. I need to look at my extra deck. Right. So I will summon Shine Knight. It is a level 3. Then with my 2 level 3s, I will XYZ summon Musa-Rhythm, the String Djinn. So he is 1500 attack. During the damage step, when a Djinn XYZ monster you control is attacking an opponent's monster, you can detach 1 material from this card. The attacking monster's attack is doubled until the end phase. The effect of it can only be used once per turn. Then I will flip the golem.
Okay.
And I will go to attack.
Now, can you attack with the Djinn this turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least I think so. There could be some other rule that I do not know.
Oh, good.
I will go and swing for 1800, so it'll be technically 600 because of your pendulum.
Hmm. Well, it'd be 900 because it's just
Or yeah,
halved.
900, yeah.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then the Djinn is 1500, and it'll be half of that, so
Okay.
750.
750. So, first off, I will take the. There's my life total here. I'll take uh,
90 and
it's
75.
900, so that's 90.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other one will be 75 damage.
Okay. All right. So 715, and then 75.
Yeah.
That's whoops, sorry. That's all good. 75, 69, 60. Boom. 640. Math.
Then I will go main phase and then in phase. Your go.
Oh. All right. Draw. Well, that's all right. I will put the perform a Pal King Bear in attack position
Yep.
because he falls in the guidelines here as a 6 star. He is a 2200 attack, 1000 defense. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card was activated this turn, you can destroy this card, and if you do, add one level 7 or higher monster to your hand that is either in your graveyard or face up in your extra deck.
Yep.
So that's irrelevant. This card cannot be destroyed by spell trap effects while in face up attack position. This card gains 100 attack for each Performapal card you control during your battle phase only.
Yep.
I have 2, or technically I have 3 if I count the King Bear. So it does not say each other. It does say this card gains 100 attack for each Performapal card you control. So I would assume by that language that he gets plus 300 during my battle phase. Do you
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah.
Okay. And can I attack with him this turn?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So let me see here. What's the Jin,
It is 1500 attack.
and then 1800 over on the
Golem, yeah.
Golem? All right. And then is there any death effects on either of them?
No.
Okay. So when I kill the Jin, does the cards under it go too?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Because those
All
are
right.
technically connected to it right now.
Okay. I will where are we at here? There we go. I will attack with my King Bear. He is a 2500 attack, and I will attack the Golem.
So I am going to activate a trap
Ooh, shoot.
called Magic Cylinder. So when an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate that attack, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that target's attack.
So I'm attacking myself for 25?
Basically, it's negating the attack and then doing damage equal to your monster's attack power.
Oh,
So it gets around your one's effect since it's not actually attacking you.
got it. I think you got it then. Yeah, so I'm going to take 250. Nice. Well played, sir. Definitely wasn't liking that. So, all right. All right. So, for 390. Well, I will pass turn, sir.
Right. So I would draw for turn. So I am actually, let's see. Before I cast this, I'm going to make sure that it works this way. Going to look it up.
Okay.
Let's see. So I'm still gonna do it either way, but it all depends on if I get the material from the Djinn. So I'm going to use Star Changer. I target one monster I control, and I can increase its level by 1 or decrease its level by 1. So I'll increase the Djinn to level 4.
Okay.
Then I will XYZ summon number 39 Utopia over these. Then it did. This is why I was meaning I don't know if these materials stay or not. So I'm gonna make sure on that.
All right.
Oh, okay, never mind. I can't do that. XYZ monsters do not have levels. They instead have a rank.
Okay.
So that is not something that I am able to do. So I will get my golem back over here. Get my spell back. One thing I will do is put the golem in defense, because once per turn he cannot be destroyed while in defense.
Okay.
Then I will activate Sword of Revealing Light instead. So flip all monsters your opponent controls face up. This card remains on the field for 3 of your opponent's turns. While this card is face up on the field, monsters your opponent control cannot declare an attack.
All right. So I gotta turn mine.
No, your monster stays the same. It just cannot attack for 3 turns, basically.
Oh. Okay.
And what is its attack right now?
2200.
2200. I will.
I like how you put your cards upside down in the spell trap zone, so you can
Yeah,
just pick
so I
them
could
up.
just flip them over and look at them.
That's clever. Experience.
So I will go to the battle phase,
Okay.
and I will attack your monster with the Djinn. And it is only 1500 right now, but I would I will remove Sanguine in
Okay.
order to make it 3000 attack until end phase.
Oops. Okay.
Any responses to it, to the attack?
So he's at 3000.
Yeah.
I will, in response, put up Wall of Disruption. Wall of Disruption, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, all attack position monsters your opponent controls lose 800 attack for each monster they control.
So
So
it's losing
you,
1600.
you'll lose 1600.
Yeah. And so it will be uh
You'll be down to 1400.
1400. So how much damage am I taking from your monster?
You'll take 800. There's 800 difference.
So I would be taking 80.
Yes,
You're
sir.
down
So
to
you will take damage
715.
even if you're the attacker. Okay.
And it would die.
Cool. And then Wall of Disruption goes away.
Then, before passing out of battle phase, I will Call of the Haunted. Target one monster in my graveyard. Special summon that target in face-up attack position. I will get Sengen. Gonna take more damage here, but it's to get more creatures. I will swing at your monster with Sengen, which is only 1,000 attack.
Okay. And you'll take 1,200
So
or
take
120.
1,200, so 120. Uh,
Where are you at here? 595.
595. Okay.
Yeah.
The Sengen would die, and when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add one monster with 1,500 or less attack from my deck to hand.
Okay.
Since it left, Call of the Haunted also goes to the graveyard. Then I will search.
What is the spell card that you have up?
That is still Swords of Revealing Light, to make it so you can't attack for 3 turns.
Oh, gotcha.
Has to be 1,500 or less attack. What do I have in here? Nothing worth it. So I would just get a Spirit of the Harp into hand. Just 800 attack, 2,000 defense, but it's a 4-star.
What's his ability?
It has no ability.
Okay.
However, I have not made my summon for turn yet. So I will go now to the second main. Play Spirit of the Harp. And it is a 4-star, and same for Go-Go.
It's a 4-star what for Go-Go?
It's a level 4 for Go-Go-Go. And I will do number 39 Utopia on top of them.
Oh, I got you.
So Utopia is 2,500 attack. Whenever any player's monster declares an attack, you can detach one material from the card, negate the attack. When this card is targeted for an attack and it has no XYZ materials, destroy this card.
Oh, all right.
And I will pass it to you.
Okay. So is this my first turn I can't attack or second turn I can't attack?
First.
Okay. That was a long turn.
As soon as your turn ends, I will add a dice to the sword.
Okay. I will summon in attack position Pitch Black Warwolf. It is a 1,600 attack, 600 defense beast, and its effect is your opponent cannot activate trap cards during the battle phase.
Yep.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, okay, I get you. I will pass turn.
All right. That is one turn that has gone by for the sword.
All right.
I will draw. I will summon Shining Angel. So it is a level 4, 1400 attack. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, I can special summon one light monster with 1500 or less attack from my deck in face-up attack position.
Okay.
And how big was your pendulum monster again?
Performapal King Bear is a 2200 attack,
Okay.
and it cannot be destroyed by spell, trap, effects.
So I will cast XYZ Energy. So I detach one material from a monster I control, and I target one face-up monster my opponent controls. Destroy that target. I will target the wolf since your pendulum can't be destroyed by spells.
Okay. Are you in the
This is still main
battle?
phase.
Huh?
This is still main phase 1.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So that will go to the graveyard now. Then I will go to battle now. I will swing at your pendulum with a 2500 attack Utopia.
All right. So he's 25.
Yeah.
It looks like he's gone. So the difference to that is 300.
Yep. So you would
So
take 30.
huh?
So you would take 30.
Well, actually, I'd take 300 and half is 150 because the effect here is
Oh, yeah.
I take half of the damage that I get dealt to. So I take 15.
Yep.
Which is
And then Shining Angel is 1400, so you'll be taking 700 from that. So 70 per.
oh, I die then.
Huh?
Oh wait,
No, it'd be
seven.
just 70. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, oh well, I'm done. All right, so 305.
And with that, I will pass it to you.
Okay. Draw. I will trigger Lightning Vortex. Discard one card. Destroy all face-up monsters your opponents control. And there goes my Pendulum Reborn discarded. So all of your cards, face-up monsters, are destroyed.
These are gone. And Shining Angel does not trigger since it says destroyed by battle.
Cool. And that's all I can do, so I'll pass.
Right. So I will draw. I will play a Alexandrite Dragon, the level 4 with 2000 attack and 100 defense.
Huh.
Oh, and this has 2 on it now, the swords.
Yes.
So I will go
Well,
to...
I mean, it doesn't even matter. The creature's gone, so...
So I will go to battle, swing for 2000, which will be 1000 instead. So 100.
Just 100. All right.
And I will pass it to you.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. We already have it. I'm making sure that the effect went in for that one. Mm. Well, I will set this card face down and look at it again. I forgot. Oh, okay, cool. So, yep, set it face down, and I'll pass the turn.
Right. I will draw for turn. I will set a card. And also this had its 3, so now this goes to the graveyard.
Cool.
So I will go to battle, swing 2,000 at your face down.
All right. He flips. That is Dragon Dowser. He's a 1,500 defense. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or it can be destroyed by a card effect or anything, you can special summon one Earth Pendulum monster from your deck in defense position, but destroy it during the end phase.
Yep.
You can only use this effect once per turn. So, it says I can.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, you only have one
I also
creature.
will point out that you forgot to put like the pendulum monster that I destroyed in the extra deck.
Ooh, good call. Good call, sir.
Because I think it goes to the extra deck after dying. Which would mean that you searching for another one, if you can, then it would die at end step and then go to the extra deck.
Oh, that's true. Good, good. I'm glad you're looking out for me. Which I will do that then, just because I can. Pendulum monster, and it's got to be Earth. What's it say? One Earth Pendulum monster from your deck into defense position. So it can be any. It doesn't have to be. It says special summon it, so it can be any rating.
I think so. It just has to be an Earth pendulum monster, it said, right?
Yes.
Then yeah, you should be fine.
Okay. Oh, that's not Earth. Well, I only have like 2 options. I actually only have, 2 options. So I'm going to go ahead and choose where'd it go? There it is. The Performapal Drummerilla. All right. I assume that I have to shuffle.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and put him in defense position. He's at 900 defense. But it doesn't matter because he's just going to go away. All right. And did you pass turn?
Yep, I did.
All right. So at the end of your turn, he's got to go away. Boom. And I'll draw. Dang. Where are we at? 1. Darn. So
your pendulum is anywhere from 2 to 6, right?
3 to 6.
3 to 6.
Yes, and I can cast that from the extra deck, right?
Yeah. So you can cast any number of pendulum monsters from your extra deck.
Okay.
As long as their levels are within that range, that scale.
Okay. Well, I will do that. So I put the Drummerilla on the field here, and it says if there are no monsters on the field, you can normal summon this card without tributing, which that's irrelevant right now, right? Since I'm
Yeah,
summoning it
this
through
is
Pendulum.
technically a pendulum summon is what it's called. You can only
Okay.
do it once per turn, but you can summon any number of monsters within the scale.
Oh, so I can just do that.
Yeah.
Cool. So can I tribute one of these
Yeah.
right now since they've been summoned?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't get this one. This one reads weird. So that's a pendulum monster. Oh, okay. So it don't matter because he's a 6. So I will tribute him, goes to the extra deck, and I will put out Perform a Pal Sleight Hand Magician. 7-star.
Yep.
And
Or I think level 7 is 2 monsters for its tribute.
even though he's a 6-star,
Oh, yeah. Where did I
so
put my guidebook? Where's my guidebook? Let's see. Yeah, if a monster is level 5 or 6, it needs 1 tribute. If a monster is level 7 or higher, it needs 2 tributes.
okay. I didn't know if since this was a 6-star, it counted as 2 tributes because it's already been had a tribute to it or
Yeah.
whatnot. Okay, so no, I'll just sack him then.
Okay.
He's still.
So
And
what does it do?
what's that?
So what does your monster do?
All right, so he's a 2,500 attack. You can special summon this card from your hand by tributing 1, Perform a Pal monster, except a pendulum monster, which that was pendulum. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 faced up card on the field, destroy it.
What was the special summon?
You can special summon this card from your hand by tributing 1 Perform a Pal monster, except a pendulum monster. So, but this
Except a
is a
pendulum
pendulum
monster?
monster.
Okay. Yeah.
So that doesn't matter here. I'm just going to go ahead and swing 2,500 at you, sir.
So I will activate my trap, which
Ooh.
is Draining Shield. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate that attack, and I gain life point equal to its attack.
So you gain 250 life?
Yep.
All right.
I will go up to 845.
Yes, sir. Oh, you have a dragon. I didn't see the dragon on your field. I thought all your creatures were gone. Crap.
It would have still destroyed my monster. And is it my go after that?
Yes.
All right. So I would draw for turn, hope for a 4-star here. Well, this works. So I will play a Marauding Captain. So your opponents cannot target face-up warrior type monsters for attack, except this one. When this card is a normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your hand, which I don't. I will now use Star Changer to make Marauding Captain a level 4.
Okay.
Then I will XYZ summon Maelstroke the Symphony Djinn over both of them. So it is once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card to target 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls, change it to face down defense position. If a face up Djinn XYZ monster you control would be destroyed, you can detach one material from this monster instead. And it is 1800 attack. So I will be
Okay.
putting your monster in face down defense, but what is its defense before that?
2,000.
Okay. Then since I XYZ summoned a monster, I will use XYZ effect. When I summon an XYZ monster, I can target one card on the field and destroy it. So I will still target your monster to destroy it.
Cool.
And then go to battle and swing for 1800.
All right. So that's 180, cut her in half, 90. Cool beans.
And I will pass from there. No cards in hand, only an 1800 attack monster.
I've got one life. I will bring all these bad boys back to the field, pendulum style. I will play the Time Gazer Magician. Then I will sack these two. It goes to the extra, or tribute him, I'm sorry, and play the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon.
Yep.
He is a 2,500, 2,000 defense. If this card battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponents is doubled. So I will. You attack with monsters one at a time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Odd Eyes Dragon is swinging at your Jin. What's his attack?
1800 attack.
Okay. So swings at the Jin.
So instead of destroying him, since he is a Djinn monster, I would just remove a material. But I still will be taking damage. How much will it be?
When you remove material from it, what's that do?
It makes it so instead of a Djinn monster being destroyed, I can detach one material from this monster instead. And since he is a Djinn monster, instead of him being destroyed, I'm just removing a material.
Pretty much like makes him indestructible?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's 1,800 life.
1,800
I'm sorry, it's still 1,800 attack?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, then that's 700 damage, but it's actually doubled, so that's 1,400 damage.
Okay, so I'll be taking 140 then. Be down to 705.
All right. So is he still indestructible for the whole turn, or just that attack?
No, I'll have to take off another material to save him.
All right. He says I'm swinging again at 2,200 at him.
Yep. So I will discard the other one. And then that will be how much damage from that one?
That is 400.
So I'll be taking 40.
Yes.
So I will be down to 665.
Cool beans. All right. And now I'll pass turn.
Right.
No cards in hand.
Set a trap. I don't think any of your monsters are under 1,800 attack.
Nope.
So I will put it in defense for 2,300 defense now.
Okay.
And I will pass.
Okay. So even though he's in defense mode, will you still take aka trample damage from excess attack?
Only if your monster says that it does pierce damage to defense monsters.
Okay. Okay. It does not So you say pass turn?
Yep.
All right. Draw. I will set a trap. I'll bring these bad boys out.
Feel like this is game on this turn.
Okay. All right. So I will swing with the dragon at your defense creature. He's a 2,500 attack.
It will die.
All right. I will swing with the magician with 1,200 attack.
That will be 120, I'm taking.
Yes, 120.
So I'll be down to 545.
All right. I will swing with the gorilla, Drumarilla, for 1,600, so 160.
Be down to 385.
Oh, that's not a worry. And then I will swing with the performable bear, and he's going for 220.
So that'll be, yeah. So I'd be down to 165.
And I'm still lower life than you. All right, and that's all I can do. Pass turn.
All right. Can I draw a card to save me? Draw. And that does not do it. Yeah, all I have is a shining angel. And yep, I will go ahead, go up here, and eliminate it.
Okay. Well, I will trigger Book of Moon. Target one face-up monster on the field. Change it to face-down defense position.
Cool.
And then I draw, and it's a mystical space typhoon. And I'll destroy your trap card.
Yep. It was nothing that was going to save me anyways. It was Trap Hole. If you normal or flip summon a monster with 1,000 or less attack, I would have been able to destroy it.
Oh, I have nothing like that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I got lucky, man. This pendulum stuff, it helps out.
Yeah.
If I didn't have that pendulum stuff, the pendulum zone, and that whole mechanic, there's no way I was going to win. Would have lost a long time ago.
I want to say that we're using pendulums wrong, but I have no clue.
Well, I hope
I don't know any ruling on pendulums at all.
Well, personally, I was a fan of the pendulum dynamic and the way we used it, at least.
Yeah.